Today I have an interview I want to share that I did with a man by the name of Patrick Durfline. He's owner of a business in New Palestine, Indiana, and they make CBD oil. He's a big believer in it, something that's helped his life, and I'm a big believer in it as well. I'm somebody who has suffered from TBIs, traumatic brain injuries. The last one put me into a situation, to a health condition to where I used to be a banker, and now that's not something I can do. But the CBD has made an impact in my life. It was a veteran's father who encouraged me to look into it, give it a try, make my own decision. And it's the same kind of thing you're going to hear from Patrick in this interview. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learned something. If you have questions, find reputable sources. Here it is, Patrick Durfline. Hi, I'm Andy with Small Town Sports and STS Bikes. I'm here with Patrick Durfline from Chronic Innovation.
Yep.
Well, thanks for joining us.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, when Terry introduced me and I started to talk to you, I thought that I had I thought like maybe I already know this guy, and I hadn't met you before. And it has to go with the story that you tell about why you do what you do is something I've heard before or similar.
Yeah.
People going through the same kind of thing. You're a veteran.
Yes.
And you have your business is a CBD shop.
Yeah, it is.
So can you tell us a little bit about, why you got into this?
Well, pretty much the reasoning why was the VA had me on an astronomical amount of painkillers.
Yeah.
That wasn't doing anything for me except for eating me up from the inside out. So I started on a journey to find different pain managements. I came across Delta 8 gummies. They really helped. Then I started getting into the oils and the lotions and things like that. And before long, I was on none of the pain medicine.
Yeah.
I was just on the oils and lotions and gummies.
That's awesome. So you're still on
every day.
No more pain medicine.
No more pain medicine.
That's fantastic. So, we have a little visitor in the room.
We do.
So for someone, like yourself, and I'm also a CBD user.
It's okay to say
subscriber,
user.
patient.
It's not the evil drug that Nancy Reagan has programmed everybody for. Now, don't take me wrong. You can abuse this product.
Yeah.
And you can get seriously affected when you do abuse this product. But when you use this product for its intended purposes, it's a godsend.
Yeah. So what does it do for you?
For me, the biggest thing that I've noticed that it knocks out inflammation, especially in my back, because my L4, my L5 are still herniated. I've had 2 back operations. They can't get it fixed. And when the inflammation starts growing there in that part of the body, because when you damage your body instinctively sends inflammation to cover the damaged spot so it can start healing itself. Well, for the majority of humans, the body doesn't stop sending inflammation and then say like your joints, people with arthritis, they feel it because that inflammation's in the joints actually pushing the joints apart. And that's where a lot of arthritis pain comes from. And the CBD, what I've found, especially the lotion on my back, is that it knocks out that inflammation and it keeps from pushing any more onto my nerves that are damaged. So if you look at inflammation's like a gel. Okay. And if it keeps growing and going and going, that's how it starts pushing things out. Once you get that inflammation in a manageable state, it stops creating pain. And it actually starts healing and doing what the design is for. So we know inflammation covers damaged areas, and now we know that inflammation keeps growing, creating more damaged areas. So that's why the body keeps sending inflammation back.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Now, please, everybody, go do your research, because I'm not a doctor. Yeah. And I don't play one on TV. So everything that I'm speaking of is what I've learned personally.
And it's your personal experience. I have my own personal experience. And again, we're absolutely not doctors.
Right.
But, I'm here because of it,
And me too.
Yeah. And it's a powerful story that you've got, and a lot of people have those kind of things. But there are skeptics
And that is acceptable. You need to be
Skeptic.
let me speak right today. Skeptic.
Don't be septic.
Of things. And this is what I tell people when they come into my store. They'll ask me, why do I need to buy from you? And I say, well, you don't. The only thing I ask is that you get educated enough that you're going to the right sources. You're going to trusted sources. Because believe it or not, this product is very expensive to extract from the hemp plant, the marijuana plant, things like that. So with the rise of cost for the extraction, there's fake products out there.
Oh, I got you.
And that's why you do need to be septic. I said
Skeptical.
I can't get my S and K's out right now.
It's all good, man.
But find a trusted source. Make sure that you're doing your due diligence as a consumer on what the product you are consuming. So buy from me, don't buy from me, but get the education.
Well, and you're a local businessman.
Yes.
You're just up the road from us in New Pal. And that's that's an important thing, and I like what you're saying there. I mean, that's a powerful thing to say. Is that you're not sitting there going, you got to buy mine. Mine's the best thing in the world. We all believe that our own products are the
Absolutely.
best, but you're trying to help people, and you can tell that by the way that you're saying, do your research, and find something that's going to work for you.
And that was the reason I got into this business, because this product was helping me out, got me off all my painkillers, and actually flipped the quality of life around for me 180 degrees. There's multiple stories. I've got multiple friends, that had seen me when I was at my worst, and they see me now, and they're like, dude, just a couple of years ago, you couldn't walk 30 minutes without having to sit down. What the hell's going on with you? And then I tell them the story and what I'm doing now, and they're like, well, keep doing it, because you're a different person today than you was last time I was with you.
Well, in full disclosure, I haven't tried your product yet. I'm a CBD guy. I, need CBD. I can't wait to try your product because you educated me. That's one of the things that happened, is you're talking about the potency, how many milligrams is in what I'm taking. And I went and checked, and it's way weaker than what you sell, what you make.
And what's the price comparison?
You're cheaper by a lot. by a lot is the thing. And when I first heard about CBD, it was 200, and there was the reason I looked into it, there was a veteran, his father was in our insurance office that I was at, and he was paying $278 every month. He had to pay it out of pocket, and it was the only thing that was helping him. And so he talked me into trying it. But you think about that, $278 a month.
It's a lot.
Yeah, and that was the only thing that was keeping him off of the morphine, off of all of those things. But I know you're much more reasonable than that.
We are, because the way we see life is we're average people just like everybody else. Yeah, are we business owners? Sure. But we're not corporate-minded individuals. We got into this to actually help people. Yeah. Now, with all that being said, I still got to pay rent. I still got to pay utilities. I still got to pay payroll.
It's still America. You can make some money.
I still have to buy raw material to make it. I still got to buy bottles. And if you ever get into things like that, I got to buy 5,000 of these bottles at once, to have any kind of...
Or it's not cost effective.
Right. So there's things like that. So when we designed and made our products, we kept our customers in mind, because we're a customer too of this same product. And we have families, and we have utilities at home. We've got car payments. We got mortgages and kids and softball or baseball or dance, things like that. So we set our price point to what we felt was acceptable for us and our families. And if it's acceptable with us and our families, it should be acceptable for you and your family. Now, I know not all families are the same, financial wise, things like that. But we had to have a start point, and we used ourselves and our family as that starting point, because we just consider ourselves just normal, average, everyday Americans like everybody else.
Like everybody else.
Yeah, there's no privilege over here. There's no rich Uncle Terry, footing the bill for everything.
Where is Uncle Terry?
Yeah, no kidding. So this is why we did what we did. So on the market, You can buy, if I remember correctly, the highest milligram I've seen online or in any other store in Indiana is 5,000 milligrams. It's a 30-day supply, and it usually runs between $180 to $210. Well, we make a 5,000 milligram, but we did a 2-month supply for $30.
That's cheaper. I'm not a math magician, but I think that's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, your math is mathing on that one. It's a whole lot cheaper.
Well,
and you get double the amount.
Oh, that's the crazy thing. Yeah. So, I mean, since we're here and we got some products behind us, you want to share a couple of things that we're going to plan on selling things here at Small Town Sports and at the SDS Metal Bike Shop. So go ahead and share some of your.
Well, this is our 20,000 milligram CBD oil that we make. We use full spectrum CBD, and that just means when you hear the term full spec or full spectrum,
Get that to focus in.
Yeah. You got to do the Mike Myers. That just means every cannabinoid that was in the hemp plant is extracted and used. So cannabinoids are CBD, CBG, CBN, THCP, THC. Those are all different cannabinoids, and every week it seems like they're finding new cannabinoids. As the science gets caught up to what this product actually does.
Right, and they're still figuring that kind of stuff out.
I mean, look back on life and think of how many people you just yourself had known that it was either smokers or users of this, and they're like, man, I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Yeah, but they never knew why.
Yeah.
Now, they were 100%
No, that's exactly right. They had no idea.
But now science is catching up to what, all this analytical data had been telling us for years and years and years.
This is the one I'm excited about because this is what I have to live on every day. I'm a TBI guy. I've had multiple TBIs.
Now, and if people don't know what TBI is, it's traumatic brain injury. Being a vet, I know a lot of people that have that same issue. So what's funny is I've got a meeting with the Military Broadcast Network on the 27th for this lotion. Cool. They're going to post it on their station and get it out to all veterans and I can't speak on the science behind CBD and TBI, but there is a correlation. Now listen. And I know why there's a correlation. I just don't know the full depths of it. But CBD's primary function is to bring the mind and the body back together. That's homeostasis. When your brain signals to your body and your body doesn't do what it tells it to, it's because it sent that signal to the wrong spot. It didn't know what to do. Your brain's telling your foot to, move, and your hand got the signal. Well, your hand's not going to do nothing. And when it does nothing, your brain starts freaking out. Why ain't my body listening to me? And then you got anxiety kicking up, you got depression sets in, and the list goes on and on and on.
And these guys all tell the same story.
Yeah.
I mean, that there's one of our local sheriff's deputies comes in, and he's doing great. He was I think he was in Afghanistan, but he other than he's nuts. I mean, it's just the kind of person that he is. But when we talk about things, I love, and I just let him talk, and he'll say different things, and I'm like, I can tell what he's talking about. It's that TBI stuff. We all go through the same stuff. Mine is accidents, falling off of a basketball rim and hitting my head in the bank vault, stuff like that. Ouch. It was not a veteran, so I don't want that to be confused. But no, so full disclosure, there will be a review done on this. Good, because I can't wait to try it. I mean, I've been excited about that. I'm a little nervous today because I'm like, I can't wait to try this stuff.
Half the review's already done. You've already done the research that I told you to do. Look at the market, look at the milligrams, look at the price, look at the volume. Yeah. And mine kills everybody.
And it's not even close because like what I use on a daily basis costs almost as much as what this is. And I didn't do the math. It's not even,
It's 10 times stronger than what you use.
It's at least cheaper. 10 times stronger, and it's cheaper. Yeah,
and the volume is double.
Yeah, I just can't.
But see, and that's what I was telling you, Andrew, is we set this up because of us. Yeah. And if you're halfway normal like we are, we're only halfway normal. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not by no means a normal individual, but I've got mortgages. I've got,
Yep.
I've got grandkids. I've got car payments. I've got the whole gamut,
Yeah.
just like everybody else out there that's struggling. We want to help, but we got to pay bills.
Yep.
You know,
Well, and that's, I mean, so many things around here. We're sitting in a building here, small town, that, it was started as kind of a service. It's a business. We want to make money,
Yeah.
but as a service to the community. You and I are both wearing shirts that were embroidered here in town. We believe in the local business. We make, behind here, we got the best bicycle you'd ever want to ride. It's about making people's lives better. I can't wait. What else you got to show us? Because I'm excited about that.
well, that's the oil, and you ingest it. So you swallow it.
Mm-hmm.
You put it under your tongue, you hold it for 30 seconds, you swallow it. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. The only reason people do that is because the blood vessels underneath your tongue are really, really close to the skin, top of the skin. So it absorbs it and gets it into the blood faster. That's the only difference. So if you don't want that texture in your mouth very long, you can put it in and swallow it straight away.
But unlike the stuff that I have at home, this is flavored.
Yes.
And so I am I can't tell you how bad that stuff tastes, but this out here is a lot better. So
believe it or not, I got a lot of customers that they'll put their drop like in coffee or tea in the morning, and they don't even know they're drinking it. They don't taste it, because when we made that oil, we wanted to put enough flavor in it just to kill the oily texture down.
Yeah.
We didn't want to kill everything with a lot of cinnamon or a lot of peppermint, and it helps keep costs down.
Yeah.
If you're masking your product with flavoring, that product's probably not working.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not that this is what we thought of, but we just wanted to make ours just enough to bring that oily texture down, because from our customers coming in the shop, that's one of the holdups people would say. It's like, man, I just don't like that oil taste. And it's like, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So
we can do something about that.
we went back into the lab. We created, sampled, tested, and then we came up with this formula, and it's been killing the market.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, and I've got people that will actually pull that oil out and say, like, if they've got warts and things like that, they'll put a little bit of that, and they're actually seeing a noticeable difference in
that's crazy.
And it's shrinking down.
That's crazy.
Now, I don't have science to back that up. That's just what some of my customers have told me.
But you got to start somewhere.
Exactly. And something to keep in mind with this kind of product, everything is going to be different. If you strip back every result, every layer of this, your experience is going to be different than mine.
Right.
And the reason is that because the receptors in our brains, the CB1, CB2 receptors that tell this product what to do, are designed just for you. So your receptors can't tell this product what to do for me. My receptors do that. So that's why there's no set terms and science behind all this, because everybody's individuals, and their brain and those receptors tell this stuff to do different things in your body. But we can have a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if you strip everything down, you're going to have a different experience than me. Now, we will have a lot of similarities, but that's why you don't see, Harvard medical studies on this, or MIT this, and all these prestigious institutions doing all these studies, because you can't get stats from it, because every human being is different.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
and that's
exactly.
why all the information that we have on it is analytical.
Well, and that
meaning
should...
you tell me how you're feeling, I tell you how you're feeling, and we compare.
Well, and that should be like, as a cyclist, I don't look like a cyclist, but I am. We'd
I'm a foodie, if you can't tell.
But we eat a high protein diet, and one of our STS racers, he's a lot of red meat. I just can't. It's not like we don't eat red meat, but we eat a lot of chicken. We went so many years of not eating red meat that now that we do, it just doesn't. Yeah. It's just my body doesn't like it as well as it used to. So that's a different reaction for me.
Yeah, it's funny you brought that up. I've got a lot of people that are either gym rats, or they're outdoorsy, or they're cyclists, buy this lotion.
Yeah.
And people say, well, what does pain cream got to do with me working out? Well, if you remember when we were talking about damage in the body, and the body sends inflammation. That's exactly what you do when you work out or you go on, a 10-mile bike ride. You're using those muscles, and when you use and exert those muscles, you damage them. That's why when you recover, your muscles are a little bit stronger, a little bit bigger. Now, your body will send inflammation into those muscles where you damage them because it doesn't know what else to do. It doesn't know you're purposely doing it.
Right.
It just knows it's damaged. So when it sends inflammation into your muscles, that inflammation will actually stop and slow down blood, oxygen, nutrients that go into those. So when people say, "Oh, I got my my protein drink, that's all I need," I'm like, "No, it's not."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, do you know why you drink that protein?" And they said, "Well, yeah, because it helps with recovery." I said, "But do you know why?" And I'm like, "No, because protein actually helps bust up inflammation too. It just doesn't do as good a job as this." So I tell people to try this. They put it on, and the recovery time and the growth that they get, because that knocks out all the inflammation. Now you've got fresh blood, fresh oxygen, fresh, nutrients going into those parts of your body that you just damaged. And it's a game changer.
Well, and what you're trying to do with any, like, what we deal with more than anything is cycling. So you're trying to figure out how much work can I do to get better? How much rest do I have to have? Nobody wants a rest day. I mean, there's all kinds of memes and jokes.
I do.
Well,
I need a rest day. Just thinking about doing all that stuff, I need a rest day.
We'll put you on a bike. We'll get you out there. But no, I mean, that's the thing. You don't want to have those rest days. And if you can speed up recovery, you're just going to get better. And if you, get rid of pain, why not?
And that's the great thing about this topical pain cream is that when you use it, it's fast acting, because it doesn't have to go through everything that the oil has to go through to get to those spots. You can put this right on wherever you're hurting, and you rub it in, and it starts sinking in, and it starts working within a minute or two. Yeah.
Well, and since we're, you can't really tell from the camera angle, but we're sitting around a whole bunch of camouflage.
Yeah.
I think you have something else for hunters.
I do. This has been one of the funnest products that I've ever created, and I give God all glory for this creation, because I was just driving down the road and the idea popped in my head.
Yeah.
When I tell you I'm normal like everybody else, I really am. I'm not Einstein. I don't sit around bubble up equations because I'm bored.
Yeah.
So these great ideals that I get, I consider blessings. So what happened is I was just driving down the road, and the idea was that popped in my head was make my pain cream for hunters, because I hunt and I fish too. I love the outdoors. So I'm like, okay. Well, we use organic hemp anyways in all our products. Careful. Hey, you want to hold that for me? Thanks. I told you I was normal. I got granddaughter today. So we use organic hemp anyways, and it's real rich in earthy tones. So what I did is I just added more dirt smell to it. So for hunters, you can't put on Aspercream or Icy Hot or Bengay, go out in the woods and be confident that you're going to knock over everything, but be confident that the deer won't smell you.
Right.
Because those are very potent products. They work, but you're not going to put them on and go hunting.
Right.
And when hunting season hits, it's colder, flares everything up. You know, you don't know that old back's switching up, but when it hits cold, you'd feel it.
Yeah.
So this pain cream for hunters is designed just to give them the confidence that they're putting on a pain cream that works, and it's not going to be detected by the animals. And
it does. It's an earthy smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Terry says, "Here, smell this," I'm like, "It smells like dirt." He's like, "It's supposed to." That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're real excited about that product.
Well, we are too. I just want to say, thanks for coming in. Thanks for telling your story. I hope we keep doing this.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah.
Because being where I am from where I came from, being able to tell my story is huge.
Yeah.
Because getting off all those painkillers that were killing me, not actually helping me.
Right.
Finding stuff that actually works, finding stuff, and if you believe in the good Lord, He put that plant here. This plant is not made from man. God put this plant here.
Well, it's a
for
joke
us.
that I like to say. Man actually made broccoli. We created broccoli. That's a horrible thing. But no, I appreciate you telling your story. I'm looking forward to trying it myself.